Alright, here we are on Tygem, and we're going to send a little greeting. There we go. And see how things go. I had set out on Tygem to prove that the players are simply crazy. Nevertheless, I found out that when I set out to do that in a video that it didn't really work. They started playing very sanely. In other words, they started playing direction of play, paying attention to where you could successfully invade and where you couldn't, things like that, playing more passively. And so I thought, well, I'll just play a regular game then on Tygem without any expectations, and maybe I'll do better. It was very frustrating to play the people here on Tygem at first because they're just not like, generally speaking, those on IGS. Alright, he makes an approach here. Do I just come... I could take a 2-space here. Could kind of come up like this. I could go ahead and pincer, but since I'm already low here, I kind of want to just sort of come up here with this like this. Alright, so this cross fuseki here means that there's not too much in the way of big frameworks or anything. So the main thing will be to have no weak groups and to make sure that we are just nice and solid. I don't think any of this is Sente around here now necessarily, so I will see about maybe splitting them up down here. I could have just approached a corner. That would have been fine too. Okay. Will he kick me? What will he do? You want that corner? He says, yes, I do. Alright, now here, this looks pretty stable. I think maybe now I can take an extension off of this side, like this. Boom. If he pincers me, then I just simply go over here in front of him. If he doesn't pincer me, then I can come up, or something like that. I'd still like to come back over here to the left and do some more with this thing. It doesn't look entirely stable. Okay, right here, do we just come up and kind of build our stuff? Make it a little harder for him to come in? We could do that. Or we could take another extension. However, I kind of want to just come up here. Threaten maybe to go something like P12, something like that, which would build me some influence and keep him low. If he invades now, then I will probably come up over him and say, hey, you got a little problem living in here. Alright, now I'm going to treat this stone lightly and build just solid territory. And if he wants to go out, just let him go out. Alright, now I don't have to respond to that, of course. So, I could go down here and make that super solid, but I see no reason why I can't take another extension off of this. Get this little double wing action going on. It looks very nice. And I'll go here. If he pincers me, once again, I'll go toward his corner. I like the extension both ways off of the upper right. What will he do here? he has some potential for influence around in here, going up toward the center, but it's nothing really solid yet. He hasn't even really sealed in this one stone of mine. Aha! He says he wants a little action right there. Okay. Can I get away with this? If I go in here and he comes out or goes up here, then I dive down. If he goes in there, that's an Atari. Probably better if I do this. Okay. What are you doing, fella? What are you doing? I was always going to give you this one, so maybe this whole thing is just a little reduction in here, but if he's going to do that, he didn't need to do this. With the B stone, it just wasn't necessary. And now I don't even have to give him that stone. Huh. Okay. Well, alright. Now the reason I'm saving that stone too is because he hasn't really killed E15 yet. So if I were to do something in the future, I could threaten to revive that stone. And that would make everything just very nice. Alright. So there we go. I don't, strictly speaking, have to respond to that, do I? Because if he goes there and takes, then I just go here. And I'm fine. Right? Right. So, I can Tanuki here. And I think I wish to Tanuki by approaching him from this side as well, maybe? Get a little surround on his corner here? Maybe, maybe, maybe? Or I could go for a really big framework here. Ooh, that looks very nice too. Or I could simply approach this corner. Ah. Choices, choices. Big choice. It's a very important part of the game here, isn't it? Significant part. Because if I do... Well, I'm the only one that's got anything big, at least the promise of anything big. Wow, I so want to do this. Look at that big old box. Look at that big framework. I love the box. Should we go for the box? Maybe somebody can comment on this and tell me whether the box is good. It just looks so good. I like the idea of the box. Oh, I just like it. Alright. Gonna do it. Make the big box. Looks like the end of the Big Dipper here. There we go. He's probably thinking about whether to take that, which I will respond to. He did not. He goes here. Wow. I still don't believe saving that is very important. So I can try to solidify the box. And how's the best way to do that? I can approach his corner here. And if I do that, it's going to be really hard after I go, say, up in here for him to get inside of this. It's just going to be hard. Because this was, once again, a pretty small move. Aha! There you go. Now that he goes down here, now will I protect it? Well, let's just read for a second. If he takes, then I go here. Then let's say he goes here. Then yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're going back over here now. Ooh, I could make a rectangular box by going here. That point looks big. He's still after it. Alright, so you're threatening to take. What about it? If you protect here, I'm going to go here. Why is he thinking so much about this? Was he at like a 10Q? But he shouldn't be thinking that much about it. He's thinking way too much. Probably he's wanting to turn this whole thing into solid territory. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go into your corner, fella. Reduce that immediately. I probably should have taken this point. Looks bigger. Oh, interesting. Okay. 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 That looks a little small too. Wow. I think I'm going to let that go hang. Just leave it hanging. And once again, go for this big area here. Boom. And say, what about that? What are you going to do about all this? Because I will seal it up with, say, yeah, something like that. He says, I don't want you to do that. Oh, wow. That's just right down in the middle of all my stuff. I don't see you living in there at all. Oh, yeah. And he resigns. Okay. Well,